MOM Radio and Pipe Bomb Radio present Not Your Mama's Radio Show with your hosts, former WWE superstars Oscar, Sir Mo, and Dreamy Mimi.
Guess who's back? Back again. Men on a Mission are back. Not Your Mama's Radio Show is back. And your hosts for tonight, Oscar and Sir Mo.
2015, yay! Yay!
Figured I'd throw that extra applause in there for you, Oscar.
My first question is, how well can you hear me?
I can hear you pretty well. It kind of sounds like you're on a speakerphone.
Okay, but can you hear me pretty good? I'm trying out these new headphones.
Okay, I can hear you. What about you, Mo? Can you hear him okay?
Yeah, I can hear him.
Okay, then we're good.
All right, so the first thing that I want to do is I want to thank everybody for your well wishes and your condolences. On a somber note, January 2nd, my mother, Lily Johnson, passed away down in Georgia, and we got a lot of well wishes and everything from some friends, fans, and people that I don't know. And, it's been a tough and trying time, but she's in a better place now. She had been suffering with paralysis for years now, and, everybody, really stepped up to make me feel a lot better. But I want to thank everybody for that, and thank you, Mo, for checking on me and everything like that, my brother. And Felix, I know you sent me a note, and I just want to thank everybody.
No problem. That's what we're here for, man. We're here for you guys.
That's what family do.
All right. So the first thing I want to do is say congratulations to Felix and Pipe Bomb Radio. They came out in 2015 kicking ass with an exclusive interview, the first interview of 2015 with Bret the Hitman Hart. You guys did an amazing job because you guys asked a bunch of questions, in my opinion, that he don't normally get asked. You guys stepped outside the box of a lot of questions that he normally get asked. A lot of people ask the same questions, the screw job, the this, that, and the other. But you guys ask questions people want to know about, questions that people probably wasn't expecting. That question about, his history and involvement with the Canadian hockey team, the Hitmen, that was real brilliant because I'm sure he don't get a lot of questions about that. So, you guys did a real good job. I was proud to listen to it.
Well, we made sure to give a shout-out to you because I know you were a big part of making this happen for us, and we thank you for that. And Bret was very, very kind, very, very easy to talk to. We didn't want to keep him on too long because, it's very rare that he does interviews. But like you said, he dipped into podcasting years ago, and he said, never say never. He might do it again one day.
Plus, he loves us.
Yeah.
He loves us.
Nah. He loves what?
He loves us.
Oh, yeah. Bret has shown repeatedly. He showed up He flew halfway across the world for Sir Mo some months back in the spring of 2014 for an event that he was having for no money. That just goes to show what a stand-up guy he is. If he ever needed anything, I mean, I would test to see if he could get my liver if he needed a piece, because that's the kind of guy he is. He does stuff for us. There's nothing I wouldn't do for you, Brett. So if you ever need anything, you call on me. I'm gonna hit you up for a couple of copies of that book. That's fine, because I know it's worth some money. But you need me for anything, you just give me a call. That's a stand-up dude.
Yes, sir.
No, he is.
Yes, sir.
He was a stand-up dude when we were there. I mean, you know, we, like Mo always said, we didn't have a lot of mentors and a lot of direction. Nobody told us nothing because we was the greenest of the green. But if I could say anybody that played that position with us, it was Brett and Brother Owen and you know, and maybe one or two other people. But if anybody I could say did that for us, it was Brett, because I could ask Brett anything.
Oh yeah, I remember. There was we were in Detroit one time, and it was Yokozuna's birthday party, and it was at a strip club. And Brett and Sean, and David Boy Smith, and all these cats ready to go into the strip club. Just before they went in the strip club, you know, they were. You know, they were getting ready to go in the strip club. Nelson and I walked up. Shawn Michaels, you know, tried to pay favors, right? And Bret Hart was like, no, they good. He was the first one to step up to the plate, you know, and led us into the circle, man.
There you go.
Yeah, see, I don't know why every time I hear a story about Shawn Michaels, it ain't never a good story.
I don't know, bro.
Well, it's like I was telling Austin the other day. What he did backstage, that was what he did backstage. When it came to performing, he was definitely one of the best. Now,
no doubt about that.
But I mean, as far as performer-wise, he was one of the best.
Yeah, but unfortunately.
Performance-wise, he's got to be in the top 3 of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
So, and you know what? After you think about it, and after I gave careful thought to the very words that we were told by Vince Russo. You know what I mean? You know, Vince Russo said it best. He said, "Man, you know, to succeed in this business, you almost have to be a snake. You know, nice guys don't survive in this business. You know what I mean? I can only think of one nice guy in this business that survived, and Felix would probably rank him right there as number one. Is the number one guy ever in the business, because you never heard anything nasty about him, and that would be Taker, man.
Oh, no doubt. I've never, and I don't know him as well as you guys do, but even now, even from then, even up to now, he was always a stand-up guy, and, you know, never was one to back down if somebody needed him for something. He's always there, very loyal. So, yeah, I agreed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's a good dude, man. I had some good times with Taker.
Yeah, I've never heard any bad stories about Taker. That's good.
No. He was a stand-up guy, man, and always a leader in the locker room. And you know, if he thought you was doing something wrong, man, he wouldn't hesitate to pull you aside and let you know. I mean, Mo, didn't you say something? I think you and Oscar both had mentioned that. Mm-hmm. Correct me if I'm wrong, maybe I say it wrong, but whenever, like you were saying, when guys were misbehaving or whatever, and they would do this kind of trial, and Taker would be the judge. Yeah, the wrestler's court. Taker would be the judge.
There you go. That's it. That's it right there.
Yeah, you know, he was was a stand-up guy, man. I mean, there were times when I've seen him stand up to guys and constructive criticism, but sometimes he would have to be stern. Because something would have happened that really pissed him off, and it was more about company, it was more about the business, it was more about hurting the process, And those are the only times that I've ever, seen him where somebody could misconstrue it as being out of line, but in reality, it was more of a somebody take charge, but take charge in a constructive criticism type way.
There you go. And I got to ask, Oscar, conspicuous by her absence, where's Dreamy Mimi?
I don't know. She ain't home with me. She'll be along.
Okay.
Yeah, she's popular, so she'll get those little people in a bit. I would imagine.
And I also want to let you know too, for our guest tonight, I have actually uploaded the little rap you did for our guest fiancé. So if he wants to hear it, or if you guys listening tonight want to hear it, I'll definitely be playing it a little bit later tonight.
Oh, I almost forgot all about that. Yeah, our guest tonight, the handicap heroes, Zach Gowen and Gregory Iron. Now, I got to say that these two guys, they make a lot of inspirational movies about people. You got Unbroken, that's out now, about the guy that went to the Olympics and then got caught behind enemy lines in Vietnam. Angelina Jolie directed that movie, and there's just been a lot of inspirational movies. These two guys are among the heroes who inspire people, that show people anything can be possible. You got Zach Gowen, who, was it cancer that took his leg?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, cancer took his leg. He's got one leg, and he wrestles with that one leg. And then you got Gregory Irons, who has cerebral palsy and is still, an in-ring competitor. And these two guys have actually been to the show. I mean, these guys are going around the country speaking and doing autograph signings. And, I mean, they actually made it to the big time. And I don't know their story, so I can't even wait to hear it. And it's got to be inspiration. It's got to let all of us know, whether you have a handicap or you don't, these two guys are the personification of anything's possible. So, I can't wait to talk to them too.
Absolutely.
You don't think Eugene was part of inspirational?
Oh, I mean, yeah, absolutely. I'm not just limited to them. I'm just saying that other people that don't have handicaps or stories, but I'm just saying that we got them two guys on tonight. They got a hell of a story, and I can't wait. Now, when I find Eugene is more than welcome to tell his story as well.
I just hope you can understand him when he talks to you.
When I find Stevie Wonder, he can tell his story too.
Hey, we need to have Freight Train on the show.
Who?
We need to have Freight Train on the show.
So here we go with another keyboard Carmichael situation. Who the hell is Freight Train?
You don't know? You guys don't know who Freight Train is?
I'm sorry, I'm lost. I don't know Freight Train.
Man,
and I'm his Cajun. I don't know who Freight Train is either, so.
You don't know Freight Train?
No, we don't know Freight Train, man. I know. We need to know who Freight Train is, man. So who's Freight Train?
Man, we're going to have Freight Train on the radio one day, man.
Oh, okay. You want to tell the rest of us who's on the show who Freight Train is so we know who the hell we talking to?
Freight Train is Freight train's a worker, man.
I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Freight train is a worker. Okay, and what's the story?
I can't believe you laughing at Freight Train, man.
I don't know who Freight Train is.
You laughing at Freight Train, man.
I don't know who he is.
Man,
Mo, I think Oscar's Ciscasian too, and us Ciscasians don't know nobody.
I'm not laughing at Freight Train. I'm laughing at you. You try to explain who he is, and I'm waiting to find out what's so special about this. I mean, who is he? Well, I mean, what's his story?
What time is the Handicap Heroes coming on?
They coming on in about an hour.
In about an hour. When y'all don't know who Freight Train is.
Are we waiting for you to tell us? We're waiting with bated breath.
Man, that's crazy. Freight Train is very popular here in North Carolina. Y'all never seen none of his videos on
No, I'm sorry. I'm afraid not.
Oh wait, is he a white dude or is he a black dude?
Black dude.
I think I'm just looking at pictures of him now online. That dude is enormous.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not laughing at Freight Train or anything about. I don't know nothing about him. I'm laughing at you because I'm waiting for you to explain to me what his story is, Mo.
He has a story. He has a professional wrestling story similar to
Gregory Iron
radio and high school football.
Okay, thank you. See, now that's something. Now that's something to talk about. Yeah, I've never heard of him.
Yeah, man. He's big over here in the Carolinas.
Yeah, okay. Well, unfortunately, I'm in the Indianas, and we don't have. I didn't know his story. So if you want to book him and you think that's going to be an inspirational, great interview, please, by all means, we love to talk to him. He was Not Your Mama's radio show. Come make me sound like an asshole like I'm laughing at Freight Train. I didn't even know who he was. I was laughing because I'm waiting for you to tell me.
Hey, Oscar, Felix, say hello to Freight Train. Say hello to Freight Train.
Hey, how you doing, Freight Train?
Fine, Oscar. How about yourself?
I'm all right, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Just hanging in here. How about yourself?
This is a surprise. We were just talking about you, and here you are. I'm doing great. Happy New Year. Happy 2015. So what are you doing out there in the Carolinas, man?
Nothing much. Just working. I got a show coming up February 27th in Albemarle, North Carolina.
Now, how long have you been wrestling?
I started out about going on 18 years ago for a while, and I started and got back into it 13 years ago.
Okay. And what was some of your inspiration? What made you want to be a wrestler?
What you say?
What made you want to be a wrestler?
I watched it on TV a lot while I was 4 years old. Me and my play daddy, we used to sit by TV and watch it all the time.
Okay, and who were some of the people that you liked, that inspired you?
My favorite wrestler was Hulk Hogan.
Okay.
Then back in 84 and 85, I used to watch Ric Flair, Jimmy Garvin, Ronnie Garvin, Lex Luger, Barry Windham, and Sting.
Yeah, see, those guys would make you want to be on TV. They will make you want to be a wrestler. So where did you train? Who trained you? And how did you get started?
At first, I went to a PWF wrestling school with Terry Stallion had on Central Avenue by the railroad track. Terry Stallion trained me a few times. Then a week later, the Black Angel, he trained me. Then R-Truth trained me. Then Chris Parrott helped train me.
All right. And what was it like working with those guys?
them guys were fun to work with. They taught me a lot of stuff I needed to know.
Okay. Now, the first time...
by my side. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was saying the Black Angel...
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I don't mean to keep stepping on you. Go ahead, finish your sentence.
Yeah, when the Black Angel first trained me, he taught me how to fall on my back. It took me a month how to take a back bump. I fall on my butt a lot.
Okay. Now, was there a lot of people during the process who felt like you couldn't do it?
Yeah, some people thought I couldn't do it.
Right. And then, how did those people feel when they saw you out there in like your first few matches, and then they saw how good you was? They really, you was really like, look at me now, huh?
Yeah, they were shocked because they got proved wrong.
That's right. And you know what? I'm glad you said that, because even people without a handicap, you'll get a lot of haters out there, or a lot of people that think a lot of us can't do something, and then, you're a testament to don't not try something just because other people think you can't. God is in control of all that, and you got out there and you put your body and your mind on the line and proved a lot of people wrong. And you know what? Until tonight, I really didn't know too much about you or your career, but I can say, hearing your story, I'm really proud of you, and I want you to keep on going. How old are you now?
I'm 34.
All right, you're still relatively young. Go ahead, Mo.
I'm sorry. Hey, Freight Train.
I'm listening.
Tell Oscar where you just came back from.
I came back from England back in September. I went to Preston, England.
Made your first trip overseas. Yep, he made your first overseas and wrestled.
Oh, really? Who was you working out there?
I wrestled against Madman Manson out there.
Yo. Okay. Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah,
that man went to England, and people, and you got a bunch of guys out there that think they God's gift to the business. They don't get them right across the street.
Yeah. Yep. So he's been working hard, man.
Now, do you charge a lot of money for an appearance?
Yeah, but
sometimes
they go ahead and pay me good money.
All right. Yeah, no, you should. Okay. So, what are your plans for 2015? We're going to see you in what town is that in North Carolina coming up February 27th?
Yeah, I probably arrive in North Carolina someday. I hope I can get big and national in 2015.
Okay. Now, have you ever worked with Mo?
Huh?
You ever worked with Mo?
Yeah, I worked for Mo about 4 years ago when he first did a show in Franklin, North Carolina.
Okay. Did you wrestle Mo?
No, I ain't wrestle Mo. Mo didn't wrestle that night. He just sit down and call the matches and play the music.
Mo was like Vince McMahon that night.
Yeah, he sit out there with the fans and played the music and called the matches.
All right, well, this is what I want you to do for me. The next time you work for Mo, right? Now, you got to remember this. I want you to jump out the ring when he's sitting there like he's Vince or Triple H, and just take a chair and just whack him upside the head for me one time and jump back in the ring like nothing happened, okay?
I probably could do that, but I'm not going to hit Mo for no reason. Me and Mo.
No, I just told you the reason. The reason is I asked you to do it.
I probably could, but listen, Oscar, I tell you what, if I'm a heel that night, I might see can I get a cheer from the fans and do it if I'm a heel.
Yeah, Freight Train, you're not paying attention. Look, whether you're a heel, a baby face, or whether you're just in the crowd, you see Mo sitting there like a black-ass Triple H. I'm telling you, as a favor to me, pick up a chair chair and whack him upside his head. There's nothing hard about it, buddy. Do that for me. Say you in your
I understand you. I have to get through the rails to get the Mo.
Right.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna fix everything. Security is not gonna stop you because they're gonna be in on it. I'm gonna tip them off. You just do what I'm telling you.
Also, speaking of that, about 20 years ago, I wanted you to come back to WWF so you can get somebody to jump Mo and Mabel for attacking you that time on Wrestling Challenge.
Okay, see, this is why I want you to do it. It's 20 years later, but it's not too late. We can get revenge.
But I didn't like that. They made Mo and Mabel turn against you. I ain't like that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. That's what you think about, buddy.
But a lot of black people complained about that, too.
Who?
Say what?
A lot of black people in Charlotte complained about that. A lot of black people wondered why Mo and Mabel turned against you.
Yeah, see, black people didn't appreciate that stuff, man.
Yeah, because you carried them to the top. You almost helped them to win the tag titles until they turned against you.
You know what, Freight Train? You my best buddy right now, baby. Thank you very much. Yeah, they black asses turned on me. Who the hell they think they are, right?
Yeah, I wonder how that happened. $1 Million Man said he knew that was going to happen sooner or later.
Yeah, $1 Million Man ain't know nothing. They just a couple of black turncoats. But that's okay. I'm telling you, Freight Train, it ain't too late. Me and you, buddy, we're going to get that sermon and make him remember. See, that's the thing. He thinks it's over with. But it's really between me and you. It's just me and you talking right now. Between me and you, it ain't over with. I remember it like it was yesterday. I remember it like it was this morning. So you know what? What we're going to do is we are going to teach that damn Mo a lesson.
I hate to break it to you, buddy, but they bailed. They bailed right in the middle of your speech there, so I don't know if you heard or not.
Yeah, I'm sure he did bail. Because he had me conspiring to get a hitman for getting revenge on that heel turn that happened 20-some-odd years ago.
They're back now.
Oh, Mo, you're back?
I'm back.
Okay. That was a good interview. I like that guy.
I lost him. I'm sorry.
All right.
He's a good guy, man. He calls me once, twice a week, every week for the last 4 years, ever since I met him personally, for the last 4 years. I mean, just out of the blue, he'll always call me, and if I don't answer the phone, he'll always leave me a message. Hey, Mo, this is Freight Train. I'm just calling to see how you doing. And I always call back.
He kind of sound like a black Forrest Gump. It's kind of cool.
I thought so, too.
I don't think he's trying. Damn, I don't think.
Nah, he ain't. I can think he ain't trying, but he do sound like him.
Yeah, he's a good dude, man.
No, that's good.
But that just shows you, man, that there's no boundaries to who can compete and be successful in this business.
Hey, do me a favor, man. I want you to fax me a list, and I want you to head it people you should know, Oscar.
There you go.
Obviously, I am so in the dark about people in this wrestling business that I need to know their names. It's embarrassing for me to not know who some people are. Right. And what their impact is, and what their impact is in the business.
Right.
So if I was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and they were like, Oscar, which one of these is not a Japanese wrestler? And they put 4 Japanese names up there, I'd stare at it for a half hour, and I'd be like, I just don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I ain't gonna get the money, man. My life's gonna get cut out, man. I get the money, man.
stupid, man.
Speaking of Japanese wrestling, let's just say that the New Japan Wrestle Kingdom they had January 4th definitely stepped it up and in a big way. Having good old JR and Striker call the action. Awesome show. Awesome show.
No, but check it. New Japan is coming to cable TV. They're going to be on Access Television starting later on this month. They're actually going to be on TV.
Wow.
Oh, there you go.
They are. That's right.
That's going to play-by-play.
That's going to trump everything that's on television, wrestling related, coming up. Watch and see.
Wow.
I mean, it don't get no better than Japanese wrestling.
Hey, did anybody watch TNA last night?
No, I don't have that.
I heard Keith Stevens was on there last night.
In a big way.
Who?
Kong.
Awesome Kong.
Yeah.
He came back in a big way.
It wasn't a great program, man. It wasn't.
That was
definitely
the highlight for me, though. It
wasn't a great program, but it certainly was better than Monday Night Raw, man.
Hey, you know what?
Wow.
You know what? This is how Mo and I would probably sum up Monday Night Raw.
Wow.
That's how incredibly horrible it was. I'm sorry.
No, Felix.
Yes, sir.
Give it time to fill up. That's a double flush, bro. That's how horrible it was. That was a double flush, man.
Oh, that's just bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of that, all right, I was talking to Mo about this earlier. Get your take on this, Felix. And when Dreamy come on, she's going to do the report. But
okay.
Did they really get rid of Dolph Ziggler, Ryback, and Eric Rowan, or is that part of a storyline?
It's a part of the storyline.
Oh, okay.
And they've also removed Jerry Lawler from Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, now what happened with that? That's like taking Gordon Soley on TV in his prime.
And they're actually putting him on SmackDown.
Right.
Actually, they're putting Booker as the main guy on Raw with Cole and JBL, and this is something to shake it up for when they move back to Thursday nights. And they're putting Byron Saxton, Michael Cole, and Jerry Lawler on SmackDown.
Yeah. Okay. Mo, you're the resident analyst. What do you think of that?
I think that, you know what, man?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go outside the box here in my comment. Okay. You know, sometimes people do certain things to certain people. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like showing them the door. You know, without showing them the door.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You know, to me, I feel like that's a demotion.
Well,
you know.
I kind of looked at it like, now you could be right because we know how they operate, but is it slightly possible that because Lawler is so strong as a commentator that he's being placed on SmackDown to try to help that situation?
Well, they had him on there in the late 1990s when SmackDown first debuted.
Yeah, but so so then what you're saying to me is that Booker T is not a good commentator. Is not a good commentator, so take him off SmackDown and put him on Raw.
Booker actually was exactly what I'm saying. SmackDown needs a lot more help overall than Raw does. Now Raw is headed down, down a slippery hill. We know that. But SmackDown has always been the B plus program. I mean, that's no secret. Let's just go ahead and say that. So you move SmackDown to Thursday, but moving it to Thursday, that's not enough. You need to do everything for that program you can. Because see, no matter how bad we know Raw is or think it is or it is, Raw still does pretty impressive numbers on USA on Monday nights. They still get 3 million plus viewers a week.
I don't think putting Lawler on SmackDown is going to increase viewership. Number one. Number two, the weakness in that logic is it used to be that those were two separate programs, and those were two separate. They used two separate crews to run those shows. Now they use the same crew on both shows. It's not separated anymore like they used to do their yearly draft. They'd have a SmackDown crew and they'd have a Raw crew. They don't have it separated like that anymore. They don't have it separated like that anymore. That's why there's only one belt.
No, okay.
That's why there's only one belt. I mean, if you look at it, most of the time, SmackDown is almost a rerun of Raw.
Yeah, pretty
in
much.
a lot of cases, as far as what they do. You know what I mean? It's not two. It used to be two separate shows with different angles running on each show. Now it's not like that, man. It's almost just a watered down version of Raw on Thursday night. It's just got a different name. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know what their thinking is. I can only assume and speculate, But if you've been one of the top commentators for Raw for over 24 years, man, because we're talking about at least 21 years, because he came up there in 93.
Yeah, he replaced Macho Man.
You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, of course he left for a while and then he come back, but then all of a sudden, while he's out sick, you know what I'm saying? He's out sick and then he comes back to work to be told he's going to SmackDown.
But I wonder maybe it was his choice to go though. What do you think?
The schedule's not going to be any less, bro.
Well, that's true.
You know what I mean? I would think when I look at it, I would think it might be a situation where they're grooming somebody to come in and replace him because of all the health issues as of late.
Well, he's got diverticulitis right now, so he's off TV for a couple of weeks until he returns to SmackDown.
Right. So,
and he's over 60 too. So I mean,
the King is always gonna always end up on top of his feet. It don't, it really don't matter in his case because he's always gonna be the man. You know what I'm saying? So,
of course.
We just have
King
to wait
ruled Memphis.
Yeah. We'll have to wait and see how it all turns out.
Are you disappointed to see King leave Raw, Oscar? Oscar? Did we lose you? Uh-oh.
We must have lost him.
Maybe we did lose him. Uh-oh.
Oh, well, we'll continue. Hello? I guess we lost him. He'll call us back in a minute. He might not even realize we lost him. But,
well, that could be true.
I enjoyed talking to you guys on Pipe Bomb Radio the other night, Felix.
I'm back.
Yeah. Oh, you must have put yourself on mute or something. We were happy to have you on there, Mo. It was definitely a great conversation. And Oscar, where were you, man? Where were you?
I had my phone on mute by accident.
Yeah. Okay.
He just wanted to hear us how we talked when he was away. So I'm just kidding.
We didn't call him a fat ass or nothing while he was gone.
I wouldn't call him. I'll let you call him there and let him deal with you.
Looking like wimpy and shit. But anyway.
Oh damn. I'll take a hamburger till Tuesday. I'll take a hamburger today. If you pay me Tuesday for a hamburger today.
And you won't never get paid.
You damn silly.
Hey, man, you know what? I sat here this week, man. I told Phyllis to remind me of this, but I'm going to remind myself. I sat here this week, man, and I had an epiphany, man. All right? I'm rather pissed off at myself, dude.
Why?
Okay, I was sitting here thinking about Royal Rumble 1996 and what transpired between Nelson and The Undertaker at the end of the Rumble. And I remember Nelson coming to me saying, "Man, grab your stuff, let's go." And we grabbed our stuff and we put it in the car. And I thought we was going to the hotel, but he said, "No, man, let's just go to the airport and catch a flight and go home." So we didn't show up at Raw the next day after the pay-per-view. And the next day, Nelson called. On Monday, Nelson called J.J. Dillon and told J.J. Dillon, you know, "Hey, we want our release." You know, and J.J. said, if you guys want to release, put it in writing and send it in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now this is in January. Contract doesn't expire to June. You know, and I'm thinking to myself, man, I just felt like at the time when I thought about it, I felt like, you know, that, you know, they put so much emphasis on the big man, right?
Yeah.
That if he left, there was no need of me trying to stay. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But what I'm kicking myself in the ass about is I should have just said, you know what, if you wanna leave. If you want to leave, go ahead and leave, and I'm just going to stay and just stayed as long as I could have stayed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because, see, you know, I wasn't there at the time. I had been there, but when you were telling that story, I was just now thinking, what would I have done in that, what would I have done in that instance? And I can't say that now. I wasn't there, but you know, I honestly, you know me, I was always an independent thinker. I may not have jumped up and left just because he got mad with leaving.
Well, it wasn't. That was a good one. It wasn't that I wasn't an independent thinker. It was more of a, you know. No,
I'm not saying you're not. I'm not saying you're not. I'm saying that I know that y'all two. See, y'all two had a different relationship than us three. We all bonded together. Our strongest relationship didn't come to the old WWE thing was over. Hindsight 2020, that's when we realized how tight we really was. But during that time, you know, y'all two had the history and everything like that. So yeah. I mean, y'all was gonna pretty much, you know, stick totally together on, you know, on an issue like that. You know me, there was a time where I took the Greyhound bus because I didn't want to ride with y'all ass. It was a time when I never stayed, y'all stayed at the Days Inn. I stayed at the Marriott just because I didn't want to stay in the same vicinity y'all was in. That was the asshole I was. But I'm saying that to say that, you know, I'm not so sure that if he said that and I was there, I'd have just been like, man, I'm staying right here backstage. Y'all can go wherever y'all want to go. Maybe they give me a new tag team if y'all leave it.
Right. Yeah.
I'll try to talk y'all into staying.
It wasn't. You know what, man? For me, you know, when I thought about it, I looked back at all the wasted time and stuff. It wasn't a good career move at all. You know, it wasn't a good career move at all. And we left together. But we didn't stay together. You know what I mean? We didn't stay together.
Right.
No, that's not how, you know, when the thing fell through at WCW, you know, we were supposed to go to WCW, and when that fell through, after that, man, it was like, you know, we were just two totally independent, different people. You know what I mean? You know. And I just sometimes I sit back, and after I thought about it all, and I thought about the situation with Shawn Michaels, you know, I was mad, man. I'm mad at myself because I thought, you know, but you pretty much just wasted a career, you know, just because you didn't because I didn't think I was good enough to do it on my own.
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. That's not all your fault or your way of thinking. That's the way the machine had designed everything around that time. So you really couldn't think no way other than that. That's the way. I mean, you only can eat what you're being fed. So you were being fed an atmosphere, a way of thinking, and visually, all you could see was the way the machine was going. You know, they treated one individual well above the crew. You see how they do it. You see how they paying that person. You see how they flying first class and you ain't. How they being treated and you being treated like you a supporting cast and they the star of it. So yeah, what else you supposed to think? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, what else could you do? You know, you gonna follow the person because you figure that they know what they doing. They got everything in hand. You pretty sure that they got your interest in line with their own. You know, you may not know better, but that's how they say it. That's how they make it seem. They tell you, come on, bro, follow me, and you thinking, all right, well, I'm gonna follow him because he gonna straighten it all out on Monday. What else are you supposed to think? See, here's the thing. At that particular time, I'm not sure you did the wrong thing because he had the power and we didn't. That time, he had all the cards you didn't at that day.
Right.
No leverage whatsoever.
Right.
So, you know, and then later on, you know, it came out with loyalty is live, but that's a whole different story that I don't care to get into. But I mean, again, you gotta look at it for what it is. It wasn't that you did the wrong thing. It was you dictated what the situation made sense for you to do.
Right. Well, I had never really talked to anybody about it to kind of get any other opinions on it. You know, it was just something that I have for a long time beat myself up about. You know, because I you know, looking back on it, I know what kind of talent I got. I know what kind of talent I had at the time. I just, you know, felt like I was busting my ass, man, and it just nobody was giving me credit for what I was doing.
Okay, and then one other thing I want to tell you, and we're not going to talk about this no more. When it comes down to that Shawn Michaels incident, hindsight is 20/20. You might think that you handle it the wrong way now from a business perspective, but let me tell you something. Let me tell you why you're not wrong. Business might dictate what's best for business, and what's best for business is to have let that go or whatever the case may be. But your first reaction, your reflex response was as a man. As a man, you're not going to let nobody punk you like that. Because number one, it's just like with the 1, 2, 3 kid. He started doing stuff, and then when he started doing it, what happened? It escalated into other stuff. He was not going to stop. His whole bullying campaign just went from 0 to 60 in no time when it came to me till I showed his punk ass, all right, enough is enough. So what I'm saying is, when it comes down to that Shawn Michaels did stuff to me. He took my bag and threw it in another room because he said I was sitting in Randy Savage's spot on the bench when Randy Savage was playing cards. So Shawn Michaels was testing me right then. And guess what? Things went the way they went, but guess what? He didn't fit with you no more after that like that, now did he? Nope.
No.
So, in that regard, you have to look at it. You have to look at life's point of view. You got to look at it. Yeah, it hurt the career, this, that, and the other. But that day, you gained your self-respect. And number two, you let another individual know you ain't finna punk me like that.
Right.
Because believe me, even if it didn't go down the way it went down, and you stayed behind that, that dynamic would have gotten a lot worse. Next thing you were going to do is come and spit in your damn face if you said something he didn't like, you did something he didn't like, or you just freaking felt like it.
Right.
Because that's who he thought he was at the time. You know what he did at the airport that we was in Texas? And the whole territory on the line. It's a line. He gonna be the last one there and say, Razor, Diesel, y'all come on to the front. We the top guys. We don't have to stand in line. We can go right to the front and skip everybody. Nobody said nothing, but did that make that right? Hell no. But that's who he thought he was at that time.
Yeah.
And so saying that to say that if you had not did what you did or taken decisive action you took at that minute, that was only, if you might have stayed, not got suspended or took off the road, but your time in the road was going to be miserable because he was going to make it miserable.
Yeah.
It was going to be like being in a prison yard and dealing with, the top muscle bound, the top dog in a federal prison. Anytime he see you, he may try to make you go down on him in a corner because that's where that was going.
That wasn't gonna happen, partner.
Nah, that wasn't gonna happen, but that's the mentality that you're dealing with. You see what I'm saying?
Well, you already knew what kind of person I was when I was dealing with Sammy of the Head Shrinkers.
Yeah, I wasn't surprised. I wasn't surprised that you wasn't going to take that because you didn't let concede. Now, that's just what I'm saying. Them individuals saw me as a non-wrestler. When they thought you and Nelson wasn't going to stick up for me, that's why I went through all that stuff I went through because they saw me as a little whipping boy. It's a shame that grown-ass men operate like that, but that's what it was.
Well, I got fed up with it.
Yeah, man, I thank you for that.
I got fed up.
Let me tell you I love you, man.
I got fed up with it, man. It was too much, man. It's one thing, lighthearted ribbon, man, but when you start, when you're being abusive, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was ridiculous, and I certainly wasn't going for that crap Sammy was doing. Oh, no.
Yeah.
He's a part of us. You mess with him. Leave that alone. I can't. I don't know for the life of me why nobody else never spoke up about it.
Well,
it was just too much.
Yeah. But see, that's what I meant by escalation. You see what it started off with little stuff, then it just escalated and fell out to I'm just gonna kick the ass just because I feel like it. Then see what that whole thing would see. That's you run a bullying campaign. It's like anything else. A person gonna try you a little bit. They can get away with that. Then it's gonna escalate until it just gets out of control. Unless you check it from the beginning.
Yeah. And that's what you got to do.
And there's no, like I said, it cost you what it cost you, but you got to look at it this way. There's no price on your respect, period. And your respect was on the line right there. If you'd have stayed and let them got away with that, and you'd have got talked down and didn't deal with it, with somebody like that, it was only going to get worse.
Yeah.
Quickly.
I just, I think it sucks though, man, that we work in a business, in an industry where, that's okay. That the people in charge don't do anything about it. You know what I mean? That they allow certain people to get away with that kind of behavior.
There shouldn't be no amount of money or no circumstance where that kind of behavior. Because see, here's the thing. Vince, JJ, and them, they could have had a meeting to put a stop to that a long time ago.
Right.
Because they knew it was going on or something was happening. All they had to do was say, we have a zero tolerance policy for that kind of thing. Lighthearted ribbon is one thing, but the downright bullying and abuse of each other in the locker room, that kind of thing. That's what any company would do. Because see, here's the thing. in retrospect, I could think of 3 or 4 or 5 instances where I could have sued the hell out that company and probably won millions.
Right.
That whole thing that happened to me in the locker room for my birthday, I mean, that was downright assault, period.
Right. Right.
But, you know, that's not what my head was at the time. You know, I took it and went on. But see, that's the kind of that's the frame of thinking that they need to have, because see, that kind of thing, oh man, you know how many millions of dollars I could have got at that time, or years later if I went to some psychiatrist and said, I'm having nightmares every night because I'm thinking about that time in the locker room where everybody in the WWE pinned me down and spanked my ass till it was black and blue.
What about
talking about some happy birthday? Yeah, when they take me to the urinal in the bathroom.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's some PTSD type stuff, man.
Yeah, it's really bad. You know, I mean, you know, I don't know what goes on today. I'm pretty sure that they don't go to those kind of extremes or anything like that.
No,
I hope that.
I doubt it. I doubt if that kind of stuff was happening, man. But there's so many other ways, man, that you can mentally abuse somebody, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, there's so many other ways you can do that, man. And I just think it's pathetic, man.
It is.
In a whole, I think it's pathetic. I think that part of what people go through after they leave, you know, with wanting to commit suicide and all that stuff, has to do with all
what they went through when they were there.
It has to do with all of the bullshit that they went through to be there and to stay there, and then to think about, man, I went through all that bullshit and then they still just kicked me to the curb.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Of course.
It's the equivalent of spending your whole income tax check on your girlfriend, and then the next day she breaks up with your ass.
I'd rather Vince just knock on my door, I open it, and he piss on my foot.
I mean, you know, that's it, man. It's just the mentality of people, man. I guarantee there's a ton of guys walking around right now. You know, they might be glad that they still getting a check, but they miserable, man. They miserable.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the atmosphere that's created, and you know, I mean, that's one of the reasons why I'm diligently working on creating this program, because I can tell you firsthand what happens when you're abused while you're in the situation, the aftermath of what you feel like afterwards, and all of the kind of stuff like that. And see, the thing that the things that they didn't have back then, and I'm sure they don't have now, they don't have nobody that you really can talk to. When you go through that kind of thing, and then they wonder why there's so many wrestler suicides.
Right.
Like it's a big mystery. Now I can't speak. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I can't speak to the inner sanctum of the NFL and the MLB and NBA and so forth and so on. I don't know what goes on in their locker room, and I don't know how their players really feel after the game is gone, the lights go out, and their contract is up, or they get kicked to the curb. Because I don't know what life is like off the field or off the court, but I know what life is like outside that ring.
Man, I'll give you an example, man. There are days, man, when you wake up, man, and you're like, man, I have got to go to a show this weekend, And then sometimes it ain't even about money as much as it is about just being around wrestling. it's one thing to sit at home and watch it on TV, but you be thinking in your mind. I know I be thinking in my mind, man, I just got to go to a show. You know, I got to get out of the house, and I don't want to go to a movie. I don't want to go walk through the mall or go see a high school football game or basketball game. I just want to go to a wrestling show, you know, because the biggest part of the entertainment is watching them put it together. I mean, you watching the matches, watching all the funny stuff that goes on backstage, and you know, and sit back watching guys walk in with egos big as Texas, and then you watch it go to the ring and they don't even know how to lock up. That kind of stuff, man. That's the entertainment part of it. But being around wrestling, being around that ring, man, he is therapy.
You know, you just now summed up and explained the psychology behind my McDonald's analogy, my cheeseburger analogy, as you call it. You walk up to the counter and you order the food, but it's not till you work there that you go into the back and see how things are done. There's a whole different world back behind that counter in the back, getting that food out, getting them in them containers and in them bags and them shakes and them cups that people don't even see when they order in the food. And that's what you sitting in the crowd watching a wrestling match, you have no idea of the mechanics that it takes, you know, to pull that whole show together. Even our show, it's millions of working parts.
Well, I mean, you got a real good taste of that a couple weeks ago, right?
What do you mean?
In New York.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. I sure
Hey,
did.
guys. Yeah, hey, guys, just a heads up. I'm just ready to introduce one of our two guests that we have. The one and only Mr. Gregory Irons is now live on the air.
Mr. Irons, how are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you, man?
Man, I haven't seen you since about 3 weeks ago in New York. We had that killer time down there on Long Island.
Yeah, man, for sure. It was a blast, man. Handicap heroes and men on a mission doing it up.
Well, yeah. We had a good time. So, what you been doing since then? And we're going to get into a whole bunch of stuff. We can wait for your partner to come over. Who needs him? No, we waiting for Zach. But, yeah, what you been doing since I saw you on Long Island, bro?
Oh, man, just staying busy, wrestling and writing and working out, man. Just, life of a wrestler.
Writing? What are you writing?
I do a lot of writing for this website called cheap-heat.com. They have me doing an article every couple weeks and stuff, and on top of that, for about a year now, I've been trying to work on an autobiography with a guy out of Canada by the name of Colin Hunter. He's helping me edit and everything, and it's just kind of a way to kind of help me branch out and do more motivational speaking, which I've done in the past, and I kind of want to have something that I can, kind of take into schools and kind of show people like, hey, I wrote this book, like obviously on top of teaming with Zach, who wrestles with one leg, and having our tag team thing going on, that helps a lot too. But I just kind of want to do something extra to kind of get the story out there, more than it's ever been, and have someone to read this positive story and kind of spread that message.
Now, at what age were you diagnosed with cerebral palsy?
Well, I guess technically I was diagnosed about 10 months old.
Okay.
It either happened before or after I was born, but nobody noticed it right away. It wasn't until about, like I said, 10 months old that my dad, who was laid off at the time, actually noticed, because he was staying at home with me while my mom was working, and he noticed that when I would be crawling around on the floor, no matter where my toys were, I would always grab them with my left arm, and I would always clench my right. And he noticed that was kind of weird, so he took me to the doctor, and that's when we kind of figured everything out, that I had cerebral palsy.
Okay. All right, let's fast forward to school. Did you play sports in school other than wrestling?
No, I didn't even wrestle in school. I wasn't really an athletic kid. I mean, I participated in gym and recess like everybody else, but I was just the kid with the bum hand that, you know, I got lucky if I got picked for the team, and if I did, if I got on base or if I caught the football, it was like it was a miracle. And you know, I was just not athletic at all. So it's just crazy to think that, you know, I'm where I'm at right now with lifting weights and wrestling and stuff, because had you told me that when I was in elementary school, I would have thought you were crazy, because I was far from athletic.
Oh, well, how did that happen? I mean, I obviously, like the rest of us, you had them watching on television, you had to have had some people that inspired you, but how did a guy, and I don't mean to say your condition, but there's no other way to put it, how, through all adversity, does Gregory Smith become Gregory Irons?
Well, you know, I was a lifelong fan, and I had always loved wrestling, and it was something that it was kind of an escape for me, because on top of having the disability and being bullied in school, my home life wasn't the best, because my mom was a drug addict. She was addicted to crack, and so, like, because of that, like, I just needed something to get away from everything. And luckily for me, my grandma lived right next door. She was really big into wrestling, and you know, I watched wrestling with her all the time, and it was kind of like people like Hulk Hogan and the Macho Man and Bret Hart. They were like these larger than life heroes that I could get hope out of. And I mean, when I watched wrestling, I never thought like I could be a wrestler. But as I got older, and I kept following wrestling, I thought, like, well, if I can't wrestle, maybe I could be an announcer, or maybe I could be a writer, because I was figuring out that they had writers that helped write the show. And it never really crossed my mind that I could wrestle until, ironically, I saw Zach Gowen on SmackDown in 2003. And when I saw him do a moonsault with one leg on the Big Show, like, that was really the first moment for me where I was like, you know, if this guy can do this with a missing limb, maybe I could do this with a bum arm. And so around that time, I was 16, I started lifting weights, and I started going to independent shows in Cleveland, Ohio, which is where I'm from, and it kind of just blossomed from there. I found out that they had a training school. I was 18 years old. I was really, really afraid to try my hand at wrestling, because it was scary. I mean, I had never done anything athletic, and I didn't want to be able to look at wrestling and go, if I sucked at it, I didn't want to look at it different. So to take that first step, to walk into that training school and kind of take a chance at something that I had no idea whether or not I'd be good at, especially with my condition, it was frightening. But when I was 19 years old, it took me about a good year going to the shows. I talked to the promoter, which was JT Lightning, and when I was 19 in April of 2006, stepped into that school, did my tryout, got my ass kicked, and kept coming back, and I never really looked back after that.
Okay. So that's you know, we was talking earlier to a guy in Carolina named Freight Train, and he's mentally challenged, but he's a wrestler as well. I mean, and he does shows all over. He just went to England, which I found, you know, was very impressive. I mean, so, you know, my hat's off, because I was saying at the open of the show that you guys, throughout all adversity and through all the odds, and I mean, did you have a bunch of people that said that you couldn't do it? Greg, you're crazy. Go and get a job.
Yeah. I mean, people told me forever that I was out of my league, and you know, what hurt the most was people close to me would always tell me, you know, my friends, my dad would just kind of tell me, you know, wrestling's stupid. Why are you wasting your time? You know, I was going to college for communications. You know, I was trying to get a degree in broadcasting and writing, and it was weird how it worked out, because, you know, like I was saying before, I was really scared to try my hand at professional wrestling. I'd been going to the shows. The thing that actually made me do the tryout was, after my first semester of college, I was going to enroll, and the college was about a half hour away from me. I had a piece of crap car. I was driving to college, and my car broke down. And it was just one of those things where I didn't have the money to fix the car. And it was the wrestling school was in walking/biking distance. So it was one of those life moments where I was like, well, maybe this is a sign. And even though my dad talked crap and my friends talked crap and thought it was stupid, I just didn't want to live in regret. It was one of those things where I just felt like if I don't do this now, I don't want to have to look back in 10 or 15 or 20 years and say, you know, if I just would have tried that, maybe things would have been different. And, you know, I figured I can come back to school. I can go back to college, but I can't turn back the hands of time when I'm 40 years old and be 19 again and try to do something that I guess is, for most people, it's a different path to take. And, you know, I'm happy to say I took the path because of wrestling, I've done so many things and met so many people that I wouldn't have met or interacted with otherwise. And it's made me the man that I am today. So I'm proud that I'm in wrestling and that I'm a professional wrestler.
Well, I mean, it's good that you're around because, you know, a lot of people, you know, that feel like they can't do something, you know, and they see your struggle, they see you doing it. I mean, it just gives you a warm feeling inside that, you know, anything's possible.
Sure.
What, you know, what are your aspirations for the future? What are you doing? What do you look to do? And, you know, where is it that you see Gregory Irons, you know, in 2015?
You know, like anybody, I think your goal should always be to keep getting better and keep moving forward. And, you know, I really love the stuff I'm doing with Zach right now. We're traveling to a lot of new places, and really it's incredible with our stories, because individually our stories are great, but combined, I mean, you can't write a story like ours. I mean, the way I was inspired by him, the way that we met each other on the independent circuit, the way that I kind of influenced his career and his life, and just the message of positivity that we're spreading to kids and adults, people with disabilities, people without disabilities. It's truly a blessing, and I only hope that in 2015 we can keep spreading that message, and hopefully, I mean, it would be nice for us to land some sort of contract. I feel like we have a unique story that no one on the independent circuit, nobody on the TNA level, WWE, can match. And I challenge anybody listening to tell us their story, and if they have something that they can match with the Handicap Heroes, because I feel like we have something that is unique and like nothing else going today, past, present, or future.
That's powerful.
Yeah, nobody can match that story. Yeah, Mo, you got a question for Greg?
That's powerful. How you doing, Gregory?
I'm all right. How are you, sir?
I'm good. You know, I think that it's an incredible story. I remember seeing you guys at Heroes and Legends in Fort Wayne, Indiana, a couple of years back for the and I was blown away. Just the ring presence you guys had, the athleticism, and you guys really look good there in that ring.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
What I would suggest to you guys, because you do have such a powerful story, I think, you know, as you said, the goal is always to get better.
Sure.
In your pursuit of contracts, right?
Yeah.
My advice to you guys would be, don't pursue it in a manner that other wrestlers pursue contracts. And when I say that, you know, everybody's sending in a ton of videos and making a ton of phone calls and trying to send in story. Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off there. I just want to let you guys know we've got Zach Gowen now joining us the conversation. Welcome, Zach, to the show.
Hey, Zach, how you, sir?
Hey, guys, so sorry for calling in late. I'm so sorry. I feel like I'm in the North Pole right now battling this winter treacherous conditions, but I'm here with you guys. Is Greg on the phone?
Yes.
No, he actually just, I lost him there briefly. He should be calling back in here momentarily.
But
Okay.
thank God, at least one of us is responsible. So it's nice to talk to you guys. Thank you so much for having us on and helping us get our story out there. It's appreciated.
Not a problem. I'll finish my commentary when Greg gets back on, so both guys hear what I was. Hello.
I'm here. Can you guys hear me?
You there, Greg?
Yeah.
I never left.
Oh, okay. Thought we lost you.
No, I'm here.
No, we lost the other Greg.
Oh, Oscar. We lost
Oscar.
Okay.
Too many Gregs on this show.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
Zach, I was telling Gregory Irons, in light of you guys' story, and of course you've already been to the mountaintop one time, but I was telling him, in my opinion, what I think you guys should do in reference to going on to bigger and better things than you've already, done. Of course, we all want to get a contract somewhere. That should be the ultimate goal, is to, get a contract and prove that you're the best of the best and you belong to work with the best of the best. But what I was suggesting to Gregory, and I would suggest to you guys as a team, not trying to tell you how to run your business, because, like I said, I'm sure you've got a pretty good handle on it. This day and age, and with the way they do business, I think that you guys should concentrate solely on forging forth, making a bigger name for yourself independently. Not just with the wrestling stuff, but other things, to where you get so much notice that they put out the phone call to you instead of you calling them, asking or offering, ideas and stuff like that.
Oh, for sure. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I concur with that, and that's my ideology.
Right.
Moving forward with this thing, and I've had conversations with Greg where we're driving home from for example, we just wrestled in front of 200 people, and we had a kick-ass match, and it was something magical in the room when we were performing, and he asked me, he goes, what is your biggest accomplishment in wrestling? Was it wrestling Vince? Was it wrestling the Big Show? And I say, no, man, it was tonight, because the idea of doing it ourselves and having something tangible and something come so pure and unfiltered from our heart, and sharing this message with as many or as little people as possible, but as long as it's genuine and it's authentic, then I can look myself in the mirror before I go to sleep every night and sleep soundly. And that's the goal, is to create something special, authentic, and genuine. And that's why I think we connect with these audiences so well, is because audiences are smart nowadays, man. They know when some bullshit is being presented to them and something's not real. Like, for example, I don't know the guys, and I'm sure they're nice, but I just saw a segment with these Ascension guys on Raw. And it was whack, man. And again, no offense to those guys. I'm sure they're really sweet guys, and I've seen their work in NXT, and they're awesome. But it wasn't them, you know what I'm saying? And so it didn't connect with me. It didn't resonate with me. And so my goal is to connect with audiences, whether it's through wrestling, through speaking, through whatever it is, is to stay genuine.
Well, and when you guys do get that call, then that they're calling you, they're interested in you, they want you, and so let's sit down and bargain. It's not gonna be a situation where I don't know what your situation was the first time up there, Zach.
Hey guys, just letting you know that we've got Oscar and now Dreamy Mimi live with us as well.
Uh-oh.
Okay. All right.
Mimi's on the line.
How y'all doing, guys?
Hi, Dreamy Mimi.
What up?
How you doing?
What's up, Oscar?
Uh-oh.
Hey,
Did we lose Oscar?
I got Oscar. Is Oscar there?
He's on, but I think we might have lost him there for a second.
Yeah,
He might get back.
here.
Oh, there we go.
I hear freeze.
We got him.
Amen. I gotta thank Oscar for that Christmas rap that he freestyled for my fiance Kelly. Man, it made Oscar, for those who don't know, did a freestyle rap a few weeks before Christmas. I saw him at a show, and it was a gift. It was presented as a gift to my fiance Kelly, and the smile on her face while this was going on was remarkable. So I want to thank you, Oscar, for that.
I tell you what, I can actually put it on and let everybody listen to it if you guys
want
to
hear it. Yeah, we gotta hear it. We know we gotta hear it. We gotta hear it.
All right, let's put it on live right now. Give me just a moment.
Whoop whoop.
Go back and forth and back. Here's a singer rap brand from your man Zach. Now I am the rapper with the real big belly. Dedicating this to my girl Kelly. K-E-double-L, yes, the Y. From Oscar from the Mission. I gotta say hi. It's Christmas time, so here's a rhyme. Gonna do it like this at a drop of a dime. Gonna say it like this. Oh yes, my friend. He comes from the name Zach Gowen. The G-O-W to the E to N. Gonna say it like this, oh now and then. Gonna say it like this, too proud to beg, even though he hops around on one leg. But that's alright, and that's okay. He'll give this to you on Christmas Day. I am the rapper with the real big belly. Merry Christmas to Zach and Kelly.
That was very cool. We're back, guys.
Oh,
yeah. Very awesome.
Tremendous.
He's always pulling a rabbit out of his hat.
I love it.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Well, I mean, special things go to special people, and Zach is a special kind of guy.
I've been called worse by better.
Oh my Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm sure this business will happen again.
What up?
One-legged wrestler. Tell us your story.
Yeah, I'm a one-legged wrestler.
Thank you. All right, you've been great. Good night.
I lost my leg to cancer when I was 8 years old, and professional wrestling saved me from it was my escape from a not so good childhood, from not quite fitting in because of my leg, to not having a dad, to never really kind of being comfortable in my own skin. Professional wrestling was my go-to, my escape, man, and I fell in love with the greatest sport in the world. And I had an opportunity when I was 18, 19 years old to get trained. And so I got trained, and I got signed to WWE very quickly. And so I reached the absolute mountaintop at a very, very young age. And I fell from the mountaintop very, very quickly due to some poor decisions and my immaturity. And here I am now at 31 years old, and I am Gregory Iron's tag team partner, and we are known as the Handicap Heroes. Gregory Iron had cerebral palsy, and he was inspired to be a wrestler when he saw me on TV, 10 years ago or so. And so now through various serendipitous moments and events, we've come together, and we show that no matter what life throws at you, as long as we work hard and help each other out, we can overcome.
This has been a day of inspirational stories. We started off with a guy named Freight Train out of Carolinas who's mentally handicapped, and he just came back from England wrestling. I mean, we had him on at the top of the show, and his story was great. And then we talked to Gregory Iron about his challenges with cerebral palsy, but still being a dominator in the ring. Now, how does a guy wrestle with one leg? I mean, how do you make that happen?
I don't know, man. People ask me, is it hard to wrestle on one leg? And my response is, I don't know. I've never wrestled on two. So it's not something I can really compare it to. It's really what it is it's a gift from God. And that's really all. I mean, listen. My whole purpose in life is to be of maximum service to God and to the people around me, and whatever platform whatever platform is presented to me, whether it's speaking, DVDs, wrestling, whatever it is, man. I just do the next right thing, and I try to help out my fellow man, and I seem to be rewarded very handsomely. So I'm just incredibly grateful.
I know you've been in the ring with the Big Show, and tell us some of the people you actually work with, and what was that like? I mean, because you got a lot of people with two legs who want to be in your shoes. So, what's their appetite? What is it like being Zach Gowen?
It's surreal, man. Like I look at that time almost like it was a different person, because I really was. I mean, who's really the same person when they're 20 years old compared to when they're 30, But it was incredible. I feel like I look back and I have those memories, and it feels like a movie, I've wrestled the Big Show, I've wrestled John Cena, I've wrestled Matt Hardy, Vince McMahon. I've been in the ring with Roddy Piper and Hulk Hogan, So it's like it's just to say those words is pretty remarkable and pretty surreal.
Yeah, we see your story. It's like, you know what? Maybe I ought to cut my leg off, and maybe I can make me some money.
Whose money? I need some money.
You need some money? All right, well, you seem to be doing all right from where I'm standing. They got you booked for autograph signing every week.
I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. My rent is paid this month. My son has pull-ups and clothes, and even though it's -5 degrees right now in Detroit, my fridge is full of food. So there's absolutely zero complaints. And to be able to stay steady booked, even though I haven't been on TV in over 10 years or so, is a true testament to Gregory Iron and the Handicapped Heroes and what this, and I don't want to say gimmick because it's not a gimmick, but what this partnership has truly meant to me is beyond words.
Now, so what are you guys looking at for 2015? I know we're all going to be together in Boston in March. So what does your 2015 look like, with the Handicapped Heroes? And Greg, you can weigh in too. What do you guys look to do this year?
Well, like I said earlier, I think we just want to keep spreading our message of positivity. And, I think every year you want to get better than you were the year before. And I think in 2014, Zach and I we just had the ball rolling like we've never had before as far as interaction with crowd, chemistry in the ring, and I think, our friendship, we have a real life strong friendship, and I think that really shows in the ring. It's not something you can manufacture. It's not like we're just two guys with disabilities who, we are like, okay, this is a good business thing, like we should be a tag team. Like we actually, we have similar senses of humor. We like similar things, and I think we mesh well together, and I think that shows in the ring. And I think in 2015, we just want to keep that ball rolling and just keep spreading the message and inspiring people to take that step, take that chance towards your goals and your dreams, and make them come true. And that's really what it's all about.
All right, well, we're going to be running up and down the hallways at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning at our hotel in Boston this spring, so y'all better get ready because y'all finna be with the troublemakers. We're going to show y'all what being on the road is really about, what it's really like. We're going to show y'all how you get kicked out of a hotel at 3:30 in the morning, still on the curb going, why we do that, man? Where we go stay?
No. I every night I drink my warm glass of milk at 9 p.m. and then I'm in bed by 9:15, and I need my 8.5 hours of sleep. You know what I'm saying?
Not in Massachusetts, buddy. We be having each other room keys. Hop in the bed with your ass look like I always want to view a man with one leg.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Oh, goodness gracious. Nah, we going to have some fun, though. All right, solid. Somebody say something. This is Not Your Mama's Radio. Hold on a second, Zach and Greg. Did I hear Dreamy Mimi was on our show? What up, honey?
Hi.
All right, Phyllis, while we got Dreamy from hiatus, we're going to run a commercial, and come back with the WWE report.
All right, hang in there, guys. Back in just a moment.
Zach, Greg, stay with us.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Okay, this is Dreamy Mimi, and I want y'all to listen to my WWE report every week.
At the beach, Matt Carlson has the Snickers to keep hunger at bay. Packed with peanuts, Snickers handles hunger, and now Matt is ready for anything. Feeling rejuvenated, Matt decides to catch a monster wave, but steps on an anthill. The ants attack, and he is spotted by the judges of a nearby dance contest, who award him first prize, a trip to Tokyo. While there, Matt attends a popular game show where he defeats one of Japan's top wrestlers. This impresses mystery guest, WWE superstar Ric Flair, who partners with Matt to win the WWE Tag Team title. Eat a Snickers and become a WWE champion. Make it happen with Snickers.
Once again, it's time to take a look back at what we saw on Monday Night Raw. Not Your Mama's Radio Show presents The Raw Report with Dreamy Mimi.
This is your WWE report for the week of January 3rd, 2015. The year in review. 2014 saw the launch of the WWE Network with thousands of hours of content. WWE fans can take a look back at the most memorable moments in the company's history. It also has new programming such as Legends House and every pay-per-view, including WrestleMania, for only $9.99. WrestleMania invaded the Big E, where we all bear witness to the Undertaker's streak broken by Brock Lesnar. Daniel Bryan winning the WWE World title only to have it stripped after having to undergo surgery, thus sitting out a large portion of the year. Batista made a triumphant return, winning 2014 Royal Rumble. And the immortal Hulk Hogan making numerous appearances throughout the entire year. We said goodbye to CM Punk, who is currently pursuing a career in the UFC. The Shield, one of the most dominating forces in wrestling history, implodes, but propelling the careers of all three members. Look for a 2015 to be a stellar year for Ambrose, Rollins, and Reigns. Speaking of imploding, the Wyatt family also went their separate ways, but as singles competitors, they will all reach new heights in the WWE spectrum. Many talents were released, including most of 3MB and Brodus Clay, just to name a few. But we also lost many legends, including the Ultimate Warrior and our very own Big Daddy V. Rest in peace. Sting made a comeback at this year's Survivor Series. TNA got booted off Spike TV, and the El Rey Network gave birth to Lucha Underground. Where it goes, no one knows. NXT seems to really be taking over, and John Cena loses some of his luster as WWE fans are looking for something new from the superstar. Total Divas doing great numbers for the WWE, and CM Punk bears all on the Colt Cabana show. Vince spills his guts to Stone Cold. Daniel Bryan set to make his return, as well as Randy Orton. Bad News Spirit is once again the Intercontinental Champ. Dolph Ziggler, Eric Rowan, and Ryback all fired. But is it a shoot or part of a storyline? And Not Your Mama's Radio Show, kicking A in the podcast world. looking for 2015 to be a stellar year. I'm Dreamy Mimi, not your mama's radio show.
And on a side note, my apologies for playing that. I was not going to try to get Oscar in trouble. Oscar, hopefully you didn't hear that.
That's okay. And speaking of Momma's radio show, I want to give a special shout out and a thanks to Bruce Hart, who his organization. What the hell is that noise in the background? Is that me?
Yeah.
It might be echo, possibly intercom, or background noise. For somebody, I don't know whose ever cell phone, I'm not sure. It might be yours, Oscar.
Okay. All right. That's better. I guess.
Much better.
All right.
Much better.
Like I was saying, Bruce Hart, they had a fan vote of the top 15 podcast, and Not Your Mama's Radio Show was mentioned in that. So Bruce Hart, thank you and all you fans out there. We appreciate it. We're just going to keep on trying. All right. Now, Dreamy, we were talking about this earlier. We're going to run this scenario by you, and then Greg and Zach, y'all can weigh in. We was talking about this earlier. Jerry Lawler is no longer going to be commentator on Raw. He's been moved to SmackDown. Is that a demotion, or does that help SmackDown, hurt SmackDown? Does that hurt Raw, help Raw? Dreamy first. What do you think about that? Jerry Lawler no longer on Raw.
Well, first of all, I'm not happy to hear that. I like him on Raw. As far as it helping SmackDown or hurting SmackDown, I can't see it doing anything but helping SmackDown.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that? Do you see that as a demotion? Is that like? Because most seem to think that's like his on the way out the door card.
That's what happened to Jim Ross, if you think about it.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like.
But we did lose temporarily. We did lose Zach. Hopefully, he'll call back in.
All right.
When you
we do still have Gregory on the line.
I'm still here.
Yeah.
No,
okay,
I was asked if it was a demotion. I was just saying that when you asked if it was a demotion, that's what I was feeling.
Okay.
To take him from Raw to SmackDown, yeah.
Greg, what do you think?
About Jerry Lawler's situation?
Yep.
Well, I mean, from what I was reading online, it seems like he's sick, but I guess they're saying that Monday he's not going to be on the show again. So I don't know if it's a matter of them trying to demote him or he's just taking a little bit extra time to recover. I'm not sure. I'd like to think that King's been such a constant on Raw for years. I'd like to think that he's not going anywhere anytime soon. But
no, Greg. The news is he's been permanently removed off Raw, and he's going to be the commentator on SmackDown. He's been replaced by none other than Booker T.
Oh, wow. I didn't even read that. Did that just happen today?
Yeah.
It just happened
man,
recently,
I haven't been on the internet today. Man, I don't know. That's shocking to me. That's crazy. I mean, yeah, it's just like they did to JR back in like 2008. I don't know, man. That's crazy to hear. Because like I said, the King's been such a constant on Raw. It's going to be weird to watch Raw without him. I mean, it's already weird without Jim Ross, and that's been 5 years removed at this point. So I mean, that's crazy. That's news to me.
See, Raw is suffering enough, and Dreamy, everybody agrees that this Raw that came on Monday, everybody says that this one was thrown together. Raw is suffering as far as content, as far as the show goes. Doesn't it make it worse that Raw is not even going to be there?
Well, I told you, I finally figured it out. The writers have ADHD.
They got ADHD?
Yes. Because they cannot stick with the storyline. I mean, they start off with something and then it's just disappeared. They don't follow up with it. They don't follow through with anything. I'm just like, they cannot keep a storyline.
Did you guys hear the report that this Monday night Raw Vince McMahon rewrote the whole show in the afternoon at 3 p.m.?
Vince McMahon did what?
Rewrote the whole show himself at 3 p.m. The afternoon.
That's what it looked like, too.
Oh my God!
Wow.
Yeah, this authority thing is, man, it's just worn out, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's worn out, man, and you know, I watched that. I watched that show. I was trying to find something good about it, man, and I really could not find anything good about that show Monday night.
It looked like he rewrote it at 3:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah, and you know, and back to the
4
whole
hours
thing.
before the show.
Yeah, back to the whole thing with Lawler. You know, Raw is a flagship show, number one, and so you also have to look at, you know, Lawler's health issues as of late, and of course, you know, he had a heart attack, and you got to start looking at it from a standpoint of, okay, we have to start looking at, you know, elevating somebody, you know, into that position. That's what they did with Michael Cole. You know?
Right.
You know, they got to get somebody ready and prepared. I honestly don't think Booker T is the one.
Yeah, I didn't like him. Yeah, I agree with that.
I don't like him on SmackDown, and I think, you know, I don't think he's one, man. It's just not. There's just no energy there.
Exactly.
There's no energy there, and I think it's even bad. Like JBL, you could tell JBL was scared of a bunch of stuff this week. There was a couple times he said something that was, I guess, meant to be funny. You know, Michael Cole never acknowledged that he said it. You know, he kept right on. It's like he wasn't paying any attention to anything anybody else was saying.
So, Greg, what do you think of the product overall today, and what do they do to make it better? How do they fix the fledgling product, which is Monday Night Raw? I'm sorry, WWE, period.
We've actually lost Greg. I do apologize.
Oh, okay. All right, so, yeah, that question goes to everybody. I mean, we ask this question every week. We can't seem to fix the problem. They just seem to keep going downhill and doing worse things. I guess I want to say, when do we stop looking at it and start, because I want to let you know this, Mimi, some of the best wrestling you're ever going to see is coming on the Access Channel this month, and that's New Japan Wrestling. So I implore you to take a look at that, to let us know what you think. And there's beginning to be other choices out there. You got TNA, which is now what Destination America. You got Ring of Honor for the markets that get it. You know, New Japan is coming, and what else is out there? And Lucha Underground. So yeah, I think we're gonna start looking at other stuff and see, as a show, should we start turning our attention to the future of wrestling? Because WWE, I mean, it's just we have nothing good to say about it. I mean, it's beginning to not even worth talking about. Anybody disagree with that?
Well, you know what, man? I honestly thought, not this week, but last week, I honestly thought that they were going to try to turn the corner, because last week, man, they had a solid show of just wrestling. You know, they didn't have all of that crap. You know what I mean? I thought them turning what's the guy that's in charge of the Rosebuds?
Adam Rose. Yeah.
Adam Rose. I thought when they, turned him and had him beat up the rabbit, I thought, well, okay, maybe we're gonna get rid of this clown stuff and, do something serious with this guy, And then it looked like he was, after he beat up the rabbit, the Rosebuds was looking at him like, what are you doing? He looked at them like, I'll beat all of y'all's asses. I was thinking, well, maybe they'll get away from this whole gimmick, but they had 1 week with just solid matches, man, and then they come back the next week and it's like they premature ejaculated or something.
Yeah, well, like you said, Vince rewrote the show at 3 o'clock. So maybe they had took all that fluff out again. Maybe he put it all back in.
It was just ridiculous, man. They opened the show with all the guys in the ring again. I thought, when I saw that, when the show came on, I honest to God, this is a shoot, I honest to God thought that, maybe WWE is going to give a shout-out, do like a moment of silence for Stuart Scott. You know what I mean? That's what I was thinking in my mind, because they try to get publicity from mainstream media and all that stuff. And then they start this whole authority thing again, man.
No, they mentioned it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying when they had all the guys in the ring, right, at the beginning of the show, I thought that they was just bringing everybody out to show, respect and do a moment of silence, but it was all about the authority crap, number one. And just like they changed the main event of the Royal Rumble. It's a three-way dance now.
Yeah. Wow.
You know why they do that, don't you? You know why they do that, don't you? Okay, here's why they do that. They do that to protect two of the guys in the match. If you don't want John Cena to beat Brock Lesnar, right?
Yeah.
To win the title, you let John Cena beat the other guy, Rollins.
Right.
Rollins. Or if you don't want Brock Lesnar to beat John Cena, you have John Cena beat Rollins. That way you don't hurt neither one of those two. That's the only reason they do three-way dances, man, is to protect two of the guys. Which is, how many times have they done that?
Yeah, no.
How many pay-per-views have they done that, added a third person, do a three-way dance, and this, it's just pathetic, man. Really is.
And I even thought I thought that even the Avalanche match would be promising, but even that turned out to be like, because when Ambrose did the big move and dived off the top of the Avalanche, you would think that would get a big pop, or it would look spectacular, and it was like just plop, flop.
Right.
All right, he jumped off the top of the Avalanche. Big whoop.
Well, look, man, here's the thing. How in the world are you going to convince the people in the building to respond to stuff like that when you just seen the opening of the show? These guys in the ring, half of them just got issues with each other. They standing quietly in the ring. Adam Rose standing in the ring sucking on a blow pop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rusev's supposed to be a hated Russian standing in the middle of the ring with all these Americans, and ain't nobody beating his ass.
Right.
but then you expect people to, once you sweep that out of the ring, and then you come back out, you expect people to think that Dean Ambrose, and Bray Wyatt really got a serious issue that is worth, getting excited over. Just saw them stand across the ring with each other, not trying to kill each other.
The whole thing is, okay, it's sports entertainment. You done told the world that it's a work, but you don't got to rub it in their face. Leave some mystique to it.
Right.
Let's make us think something so that we can react to it. It's like watching a Broadway play. Everybody do the show, and then, the guy that shot the other guy and all that, but everybody come out on stage, hold hands, and take a bow. That ain't reckless.
Look, man, how hard would it have been if you're going to bring the authority out on stage, right? And that's a heel faction. How hard would it have been to have all the baby faces go to the ring, have all the heels stay up on the stage, and then the authority come out? You know what I'm saying? Still keep them separated. You know what I mean? Still keep them separated. Everybody's got issues. And then if you got John Cena in the ring, and then you talk all this crap. Now, see, this is just my writing mind, but what I would have done, when they said what they said just before Triple H them left that stage, I would have had John Cena and all the babyface charge the stage and let it just turn out to a big fight. You know what I'm saying? Let it turn out to a big brawl right there, and then go to a commercial, And then when they come back from commercial, it goes right to the announcement that it took us a lot of time to get them all separated. Ain't no telling. Just add a little fire to it. But having baby faces standing in the ring with heels, man, and you got an issue with somebody and nothing happened, man, people are tired of being insulted. I'm like you, man. Don't rub that in people's faces. They do it all the time, man.
Yeah, it's all the
time. It's all the time, man. I bet me and Phyllis could write a better show than that.
I'm sorry, what you say? Bad Mimi.
Go ahead, Dream.
Oh, no, I was saying I think that us exploring and paying attention to other wrestling shows would be a good thing, because then we have something to compare it to.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I mean,
we keep talking about, like you said, week after week, we're talking about how bad it sucks. I don't think we should, eliminate it, but at least start, looking at other ones and, comparing them. Because, I don't remember if it was Zach or Greg. I think it was Greg that was talking about the Ascension. Yeah. Oh, my God, what they're doing now, the writing of it, the way that they added them in, it sucks. They've had 2 matches now, and both of them were terrible.
Right. Yeah.
And it's like, how you going to give this big hype about these guys coming up, to the main roster, and then just give it such a flop? It sucks.
The most exciting thing about that, they have brought back the Job Guys. Yay! We got Job Guys talent enhancement talent back. That's the biggest thing I liked about the Ascension, because, see, what people don't know, talent enhancement made wrestling great.
Yeah.
Whether y'all know it or not.
I don't think it's going to be a long-term thing there, brother.
No, I don't think so either. But it was good to see.
Yeah. I think it was just one of those things to try to, just to try to help get those guys over. Just having somebody that they can just go out there and squash. Because I think they've made their first debut. I don't remember if it was against a couple Job Guys or...
No, they debuted against Miz and Mizdow. They beat them in like 5 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
And Miz was hot. Yeah, I remember that.
He had to be. I think he was hot for real.
He was pissed off. He was pissed off. Yeah.
Did they not tell him to finish? I mean, what?
I mean, here's what happened, man. They go out there 1 minute, because I think it happened all the same night, remember? They went out there first and they lost the belts.
Right.
First and they lost the belts.
Yep.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they come back out and did the job.
Right.
Yeah.
How the hell you do that? You're the champions, you just lost the strap, and you don't even put up an offense against 2 New Jacks?
Right. Yeah, they was hot, man.
Then they're going to get in the ring and add insult to injury. They're going to get in the ring and compare themselves to the Demolition and the Road Warriors. I mean, come on, man.
That whole concept is...
Yeah, exactly.
It's laughable.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it won't last long. They'll
go back to NXT where they belong.
I mean, well, here's the thing too, is that with the Ascension, the same thing happened to Ryback. What they're trying to do, obviously going back to those days of the enhancement talent, is to make them seem unbeatable. But when you put them up with guys who are really not, well, no disrespect, but they're no comparison to the talent they have on the roster now. Give them somebody credible. Put them in there with the Big Show and Mark Henry. Let's see how big they are then.
Right.
Yeah, but that's
heels now. Why not?
Bruh. But okay. Bruh, that would be a complete abortion, though, man. Those four in the ring together, that would be a complete abortion, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I mean, that'd be the blind lead the blind, man.
Yeah, you gotta have somebody in the ring that can work. You can't have four people in the ring and nobody can work. What the hell that's gonna look like?
Put them in the ring with Dustin and
right, Dustin and Cody, right?
Yeah. Put them in the ring with somebody that they can go out there and they could actually work a match.
And make them look good.
You can't do but so much with Big Show, man.
Right.
True. I'm gonna tell you somebody that I feel sorry for real quick. I ain't gonna say nothing else about it. I feel sorry for Roman Reigns.
Why is that?
To work you're trying to get Roman Reigns over, and you're using the Big Show to get him over. No, man, that's not, man. That makes him look bad, dude. Because they can't have good matches.
Nope.
Right.
You know? There ain't but so many times you can punch somebody, super punch them, or throw somebody over the announce table. I mean, it's horrible, man.
Well, you said the exact same thing I was saying when I was watching it.
If you want Roman Reigns to get over, man, you need to, man. There's so many other guys back there that can actually wrestle and work a match. I mean, you should have put him in. You should have put him in a program against Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
Those two would have tore the house down, man. Don't put him in the ring with Big Show, man. Not Big Show, Big Slow. Don't put him in the ring with Big Slow, man. Come on.
Don't put him in there with Big Slow and Sexual Chocolate?
No, don't do that. No, because even Mark is limited, man.
Yeah.
No, he's gotten much more limited over the years.
Yeah. So I want to know where's the real big man talent? You had Big Daddy V, God rest his soul. He was able to work damn well like Danny Bryant.
Right.
You had a Bam Bigelow, big as hell. Who just as nimble like he weighed 100 pounds, and you had Yoko.
Right. And they could
Yoko
work
was
guys.
Yoko was 1,000 pounds. What mean?
That was what I was complaining about when I was watching it. I was saying they keep calling the Big Show an athlete and talking about his athletic ability, but he doesn't do anything. He doesn't move too much. And compared to, like you were just saying, other guys that actually wrestled,
right.
It's just not good to watch.
Yeah, even man, don't leave out Vader, man. You cannot leave out Vader.
Exactly. Yeah, right, exactly.
In his prime, Vader was a hell of a worker, man. So when you talk about
stiff as can be, but he's a badass.
Yes, sir.
Definitely a badass.
And working him, he could work with smaller guys, man, and he knew how to do it, and he could bump. Man, you ever see Big Show take a bump?
No.
Or Mark Henry take a bump?
Big Show go over the top rope and land on his feet.
Oh, Jesus.
Yep.
That's the only Undertaker that I know that does that.
Yeah. So.
Well, he was another big man that made it through and was very successful. I mean, one of the more successful big men, most notably could be compared to Andre the Giant. Some like to compare Taker to Andre, but I mean in different aspects, of course, different points of view, of course.
Yeah.
Did you guys didn't get a chance to meet Andre, did you?
Nah, I didn't.
Nah, he passed.
Yeah, he passed. I think right before we got there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And, I got to throw out there real quick, next week on the show, we're bringing back an old friend of Oscar and Mo. We're bringing back, he's a former Intercontinental champion, former WWE Tag Team champion with I think his name's Carl. Anyways,
Carl.
He is Jacques Rougeau.
Okay.
He's coming to the show, guys, and he's looking forward to talking with you guys.
Good.
That's going to be a real treat. We got so many stories. I think the Mounties, that's one of the longest running programs we had, ain't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, the wars he had with Boss Man and then the jailhouse match. Oh, hysterical.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Jacques, that Jacques Rougeau is funny as hell. So, yeah,
he is so professional, but so entertaining.
Yeah.
So professional.
Yeah.
And he has nothing but great things to say about his times in the business.
Yeah, we've got scheduled Rob Van Dam next week, too.
Oh, double header. There you go. Double header, double your pleasure, double your fun. And just to throw out a quick plug for my show, we've got the next generation of the Von Erichs. We've got Ross and Marshall Von Erich coming to the show Tuesday night.
Wow.
After we had a successful run with their dad, Kevin, last month. The boys are going to be back, and it's going to be a fun show.
Well, that being said, guys, the fastest 2 hours of radio is over once again. Another show in the can. We want to thank our guest, surprise call from Freight Train, Zach Gowen Gregory Iron, the Handicap Heroes. As always, Mo, our producer, Felix, Dreamy Mimi, who finally made a special guest appearance. Thank you, Mimi. And everybody, we're going to see y'all next Thursday with Jacques Rougeau and Rob Van Dam and the gang. Everybody, Happy New Year and good night.
Night, everybody. Good night, guys.
Good night, guys.
Dreamy.
Love you, Mo.
Love you, Dreamy.
I love you, too.
You too, Oscar.
Good night, John Boy.
Bye, Felix.
Good night, guys.
Bye, fat boy.
Goodbye, Chubby.
The boy is fast. M to the A to the B-E-L. He's guaranteed to